like Dala Wat say Moet, Dala Wat say Moet, Dala Wat say Moet. Oh yeah, we see vendetta. I mean never look just Dala Wat say Moet, Dala Wat say Moet. Addictions of forget, just Dala Wat say Moet, Dala Wat say Moet. When you live around gangsters, merchants and crooks.
Yes.
That was YoungstaCPT.
CPT, gevaarlijk. Numerous 4, but I'm not gonna say that on camera. Okay, so Simone, would you please explain to Aviwe what the lyrics of that or the hook of that song means?
Dala Wat jy moet.
Dala Wat you must.
What does it mean?
Do what you have to do, I think, you know.
Yeah.
Perfect. What you have to do. Okay, so what do you guys think of Youngster's music?
I like him.
Why?
He's cool. Like, he's not fake. He doesn't look off. Let me not say he's not fake. He doesn't look fake. He's still in Cape Town. He still represents his hometown. He still raps about things that are based in Cape Town. Everything of his is Cape Town related. So that's why I like him.
Which side of Cape Town?
I don't know. That's the weird thing.
Which Cape Town is he talking about?
He's probably talking about the Kasi, you know.
The colored Cape Town, the white Cape Town, the black Cape Town.
This is what doing right now, studying about.
He's talking about the colored Cape Town, because it's not the black Cape Town. You know, I can't say it's the black Cape Town. Hey, I don't know. You tell me if it's the Cape Town side, yeah.
No,
it's the colored Cape Town
he
side.
said he's from Cape Town, but which side does he represent?
Isn't he from Cape Flats? You're saying
I
that?
think he's from Cape Flats.
No, but he said that he's speaking on behalf of the whole of Cape Town.
Okay, that's not a problem, you know.
I think he's saying that he represents who wants to be represented by him.
Mm-hmm.
People who want to be represented by him, I'm for you in Cape Town. But you can't exactly go, look, I'm for that auntie, that uncle, that bra, that bra. You can't exactly name the people he's representing. So you're just gonna go, I'm for Cape Town.
Okay, so what do you think of Youngster's music? Because one of your favorite phrases is Dala Wat you must. Dala Wat you must. And how is that different from Dala Wat you moet?
Well, I like his music, I like the jams, I like his rap style and the things that he raps about as well, because I feel like it's really real and it's relatable, and it also gives you some insight into how he was brought up and the things that he experienced in his area. And there's a lot of people I think that he's speaking for that don't have a voice. So he's speaking for a lot of them, and that's why I always enjoy seeing his videos on social media where he goes back to his hometown and he hears the kids rapping his music, and that song specifically, Dala Wat jy moet, is about go get your education. You're gonna have to make sure that you do what you need to do to make your life better. And that's the little speech that he has at the end there to say, nobody owes you anything, you know, you got to do this for yourself, just like he did, you know. And I think that's what he's representing. So we're speaking for those people who don't have voice. And Dala Wat jy moet is dope, man, because it's used in a deep term, in a deep way, but it's also used in a do whatever you want to. It's like, stop bothering me with these things, or whatever you ask me, just Dala Wat you must. So it's you know, it's used in any term, any way like that.
But Aviwe, why do you think that he used the Afrikaans version? Because there's a difference. Dala Wat you must and Dala Wat you moet. Why explicitly on this particular track is the title Dala Wat you moet? Why Afrikaans, but then the lyrics is in English?
I don't know.
But what do you think? And
I think, okay, since certain phrases sound better in your home language. What are they called again? There's this idioms. Yes, there's certain idioms when you say them in vernac, they sound better than when you say them in English. So I think that could be one reason. Like, it sounds better. Dala Wat you moet. I say right? But yeah, like I think it sounds. For him, it sounded better. Like do what you have to do, rather than saying do what you have to do. Dala Wat. Yeah.
But have you seen the music video on this
No.
particular one?
Mm.
The music video is actually really the music video is this typical kind of gangster documentary of the 26 and the 27 that you will find in Cape Town on this particular song. If you kind of have to read the music video, then you will see, okay, this guy is quite scary in this particular one. And so when he say Dala Wat Moet, then it's like all of the aggression of the language and whatever must come is coming in. There's an emphasis on the must or the mood is like in the song. And then the whole music video takes you on a journey, and the journey that it takes you is quite magnificent.
But I think that when it comes to his style and his sound, he is using a lot of the phrases that we use in Cape Town.
Yeah.
For his songs, and then his lyrics will be a mixture of Afrikaans and English, but predominantly English sometimes, and that's to cater to the international market. But then you also then the chorus is staying Afrikaans, staying true to Cape Town. So so locally you also feel connected to the song, but you know that he's got to go international too. He's got to cater to his international audience. So like Yasis and Dala Wat Moet and Tekkies is another song of his. So like those songs are really it's things it's phrases that we know in Cape Town or South Africa, and we understand it. So we people internationally don't know what Tekkies are.
Yeah.
They're like, where's my Tekkies? They're like, what are you looking for? Sneakers. And like, so we have got a different lingo, and there's just so many phrases that he can use in his music, and then it also becomes a talking point in conversations that we have. So if I say Dala Wat Moet, then you know, then we'll start singing the song. Suma also.
Suma.
Singing the song, because then you know, oh yeah, youngster, you know. So now it's a talking point for us as well.
But I've also alternative take on it, and me and Simone spoke about this off air. Not off air, on air, waiting for you. Outtakes. Waiting. There is a kind of class difference between colored people in Cape Town. And in this particular song is to kind of addresses the stereotype of the Afrikaans speaking colors in Cape Town. So if you are speaking Afrikaans in Cape Town, there comes a particular negative connotation with you. So the middle class is kind of removed from the colors that speak Afrikaans. And I think this particular song, the way it's shot in the flats, that particular area that has the typical gangster figure that speak Afrikaans, that is tattooed, that have 1 or 2 or 3 fingers up. Those type of stereotypes as it goes into. So it's like really Dala Wat Moet. So it is also kind of a critique too. If I have to kind of really go academic or intellectual on this, it's also kind of a critique of that difference between colored people in Cape Town. Because the ones living in the Cape Flats, it's a little bit worse off than the ones that are living in the southern suburbs and the northern suburbs. But I won't know, I'm not from Cape Town. What do you think, Simone?
No, that's always good to have a perspective of Cape Town like that. And I think sometimes as Cape Townians, we often hear from people who's not from Cape Town what they see in Cape Town, and then for us it's like, oh, is it? You know, it's not always as obvious to us because we grow up here, we just understand, okay, that's Flats, okay, that's Constantia, okay, that's wherever. You just get like, okay, that's how we live. But you know, coming from the outside in, and then people start speaking to you and they start speaking about the divide in Cape Town and the difference and the class difference, and you have them and 2 class differences living next to each other. or in a different street, and it's just a different. We don't notice that until people point it out, and then you have a different awareness to that again. So you kind of go, wow, like, what are we on here? Why have we divided ourselves like this? And of course we can go on into the fact that it was apartheid that started that and pushed all the colored people down to the Cape Flats and moved them there, and now you see, I mean, I grew up in the 90s, so obviously witnessed the 94 change in Cape Town, and it would just be, you just understood that you couldn't speak to that person, or that when you're in this space, you gotta speak proper, whatever that meant, or when you're in that space, you have to speak like this. And my mom always used to say to me, why are you singing? And I was like, what are you talking about? Then I hear, like, when I nag or something, then it's like, no man, why do you do it like that, man? You know, like, it's a Cape Town thing. Like, we just naturally, when we're annoyed or when we're irritated, then we sing like that. That's stop singing, my mother, stop singing. So, and there's a stigma attached to our accent as well. So don't speak with that accent when you speak to people of this class or internationally. You got to change your accent. And I know that a lot of Cape Townians experience that, colored Cape Townians specifically, that they have that accent, and then they would dumb it down for instance, if they're in a call center or they have to deal with international clients or a specific cohort of people. So they dumb it down, and I think what youngsters music is doing is just making it okay. It's just okay to just relax the voice and relax the vocal cords and let it come out. There was also the stigma where people would just go travel overseas, come back with a new accent after 6 months. Did you go fetch the accent? How much was the accent that you bought there? Talk about that.
Thank you, Simone. I really think youngsters' music does something positive to a particular stereotype in Cape Town.
Yeah.
But the one thing that I haven't seen so far is kind of reaching out to the black community in Cape Town. So if we look at the classical apartheid oppression, is the kind of two classes or the two racial groups that is pitted against each other in Cape Town.
Yeah.
So colored and black people are pitted against each other in Cape Town, and it's not black against white or colored against white. It's always black versus colored. So I think about 2 or 3 months ago, there was the whole Mitchell's Plain in Khayelitsha conflict over a small strip of land between Mitchell's Plain and Khayelitsha. The colored people of Mitchell's Plain didn't want them to kind of start a informal settlement on that particular land because it's going to kind of devalue the places on the other side. But there's a reality that there is not enough land in Cape Town or place where...
There's enough land.
Oh, there is enough land. You are right. There is enough land. I was quite taken aback by why is colored and black people pitted against each other. And I think that is what a culture kind of have to go. I don't want colored people to be pitted against white people. I don't want black people pitted against white people. I don't want colored people and black people or any racial group pitted against each other. I think what the music must do is kind of find a way to kind of intersect realities. So once the music can intersect realities, I can think we can openly speak about the topic that we have to speak about that we don't want to speak about is racism. And I don't think most of us do it in our music.
I think that in order, like, if you had to take I think you're asking too much of him if you ask a youngster to do that, because if you look at artists, they talk and they represent what they know. He's talking about what he knows. If he has to cross over, it's sort of a maybe he won't be welcomed in the way that we think it would be okay. It's like, how can you talk on my issues? You don't know. But I think a way we could do it is to merge artists, like bring alongside artists that are speaking the same language in terms of where they're at and where they've come from, and come together and let's talk there, you know. So imagine a youngster and a Questa collab. I don't know if there is one actually, but
I haven't seen one yet.
I'm just imagine those two because
They have
they
been in track.
speak very relevant to the issues.
Huh? Where's that? They've been.
They've been in a track together, I think. Now or never. The DJ switch.
Alright. So
Oh, did you switch?
Yes.
Oh, cool.
is it actual is the song available?
Because there's a sorry Simone to interrupt. There's another song between DJ Switch and with featuring KO and Youngster and speaking some of the soil that's a positive song where both Isiposa and Afrikaans currently now addresses with English as the vernacular, kind of bridging the gap between these racial groups, and it's shot by I think by Atlantis this side by the Dunes. So the video was shot there, but it kinds of bring them together. So I agree what you're saying is that maybe I'm asking too much of Youngster, but if there's more kind of cross collaborations between artists of very racial backgrounds, then maybe we'll get there.
But
Because
if you look at South Africa, there's a lot that needs to be united, and it's heavy. It's really heavy to unite cultures, race, gender, regions. Even in Cape Town, we are divided. So
then there's a religion.
There's religion. We can keep going on, and we of course want everybody to feel unified, but everyone will always be subjective in what they're bringing across. So it is a loaded question to ask, how can we unify groups? How can we say, or do we even want to unify, or do we just want to be okay with each other? Do we just want to be okay? I see you, you do you, I will do me, and when we meet, we meet. Can we not do that?
Tolerate, you mean?
Tolerate each other. We can.
Tolerate is a very loaded word, I think, because tolerate means I have to put up with you.
That's what my white housemate said to us in our house, is that he just tolerate us black people in the house. No, he said that he tolerates. He is brought up with tolerate, so he tolerates me. I'm the dude who cuts his hair. He tolerates me. I don't even charge him, but he tolerates me.
So tolerate is not the word I think we're looking for here. It's not the word.
No, but I'm saying there is this notion out there where people tolerate you.
Yes.
I
have
can't
to put up
do it.
with you.
I can't kill you yet.
Yeah.
I cannot moor you yet. Moor is another problem.
Yeah, I'll translate that. I speak really badly. So.
But what do you
So
think?
what do we do?
What do you think of it?
It's kind of difficult what you're expecting from Youngster, as Simone said. But as you're saying, yes, we have to tolerate each other. And even though it's a bad word, we have to tolerate each other. I can't do anything about it if I don't like you, Simone.
Yeah.
It's either I sit here and tolerate you or I walk out. Those two options. Going back to Youngster now and his music. With Youngster, him speaking about what's happening in Cape Town, what he can do is, there's a group here, 3 Months Cup. They from Kylie, I think Cloete or Kylie, they just rap in Vinek or black. It's a cross. So he can just collab with them to find out what's happening in the black side of Cape Town, and they release a track like that. That will make him seem more woke, if I could say, yeah. And he'll touch on different social issues.
But some call him the most underrated rapper in South Africa.
No, he is underrated.
So do you think he must be up there with the Questa and
Yes.
an SDC,
I think that,
aka and
and this is just my
Casper
I
West.
think that what I see is that he's establishing himself within his support system first, and so that will always hold him and will take him wherever he needs to go. So he has done tours around South Africa, I've seen, and I think that as an artist, of course, you want to also be a really good artist and actually make money off this thing, or actually really do well as an artist.
You want to live.
You want to live. You want to level up.
No, Simone is one of those people who is truly just fueled by your passion. And artists are not appreciated in society. You appreciate a lawyer and a doctor, and all of those things, but in the evening, you're listening to artist music to make you feel better.
Yeah,
You have this painting in your house who makes you zen. You look at that dance and it's like, yo, let me follow the moves. But you want all of it free.
Yeah.
And that's sorry. Go.
Yeah, you're right. Art is not appreciated, and when over this past weekend, speaking to young women, telling them who's still in high school or university, and telling them that whatever you want to do, it's hard work. And as an artist, you have to understand why you're doing it, and if you're doing it for the money, that's fine. And let us know how you're doing that. Let us know how you love your passion and make money equally at the same as equally passionate as possible. So we had a very passionate conversation today. We went from dancing, level up challenge, and in my feelings challenge, and talking about racism. So everything's relevant, everything matters. So I think I want to hear from other people as well, because we only ever hear each other's voices. So I want people to engage with us also on social media and say
what they would like us to
what they'd like to hear from us, but also are we making sense? Do you not agree? Do you agree? And please like and share and subscribe.
Anything from you?
No, just enjoy your weekend, guys, or your week,
Right, guys, I would say for now, let's park, especially the audience, let's park a little bit Nikki and Ciara and Cardi B and all. Let's listen to some South African music. If we don't support the local artists, we are starving them.
Yeah, well, I also think it's also not those that are available on YouTube and iTunes. It's your friends. It's your friends that are trying to get their videos out there and sharing the videos and tagging whoever they want to be in it. It's your friends that are singing and rapping and dancing and that want to get out there. So share those videos, and if you have a connection, get the connection going. Eventually we want to get to a place where we interview them too.
Yeah, and discuss their music.
Yeah.
Alright. Till next week.
Peace out.
Bye-bye.